Lost in the city trying to find a way. Money on my mind, I need that 5 a day. Niggas scheming, trying to find a way. Chasing dreams, gaining peace, they feel some type of way. 8s and 16s, 32s, make decisions, make the right moves. Man, I'm back for this rap thing. I had to leave, yeah, due to distractions.
Feel like the government helps young males who have children?
No, not really still. I think they more support the mother, if that makes sense. Like a mother can have a child and say this person's the father, and if she says this person's the father, the government's going to run down that father to get a blood test and all that stuff to say, yeah, that's the father, to then start claiming money from that person. That makes sense. More like if you was on the flip side of the coin, really true, like if I went to go get like a paternity test done, I'd have to go get the mother's consent and everything like that, and if she doesn't want to do it, then more times still it ain't gonna get done. So me personally, I don't believe so. I've been in that situation, made them phone calls, and where mothers get a lot more help than fathers still. A lot of free help as well, should I say that.
I hear that still. Don't make them independent like us, man, you feel me? Still. Anyone else want to comment on that question?
To be honest, you know what I mean? I wouldn't say I know much about being a father because I'm not a father yet myself, you know, but I hear where Curtis is coming from. You see it there, you know, they could do more for a father these days because I have seen fathers struggling and trying to do right by their kids, innit? You know what I mean? Where they have to go to work and have to leave their kids with someone else, somebody that they're seeing, innit? You know, first-hand witness to see it throughout, you know, a few family members of mine, you know? So from that, yeah, you know what I mean? It's not nice, you know. It's not nice because everybody got to eat and survive too. You know what I mean? The kids don't need to suffer. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're making the father suffer, for the kids are suffering. You know what I mean?
It's mad still.
Yeah,
Like, in this society, it's like we're growing up on this single parent, single mother phase. Like I've got cousins and that's growing up with single fathers. Mum ain't been about, you get me? But then the help that they got as fathers growing up compared to like what my mum would have got, two different aspects. My man's had to work twice as hard just to get his child to school, clothing and stuff like that. Where a single mother, maybe nowadays in this day and age it might have changed a lot more, but if you're not knowledged up on it, boy, like a mother will get childcare, child benefits, down to clothing, down to help with schools and all that stuff, child maintenance. For a father now, boy, you might be able to get child maintenance, maybe child like
better get a cosign.
Yeah, that's why a lot of the men feel like they gotta go hit the roads nowadays. Okay, it's like, boy,
it's real life, fam.
Like, I can't make government people, cause boy, make government people, boy, that mum's gonna rape my pocket, bro. It's mad.
This is different, bro. This is what I mean. This is why I'm asking this question, because basically it is a question that should be asked. Because when I was having a child, it's like there was no resources. Do you get what I'm saying? Me, I didn't do the things I was meant to do in school, as you might most of you know. But come on, man, didn't have no resources. Man had to kind of use life, but life won't talk to me. You get what I'm saying? It was kind of what man saw as growing up. You get what I'm saying?
You don't learn life aspects through school.
Whereas
I don't really know in it. Like, I'll be honest in it. Like, I haven't done the research to come with the case. I mean, like, to come with the research.
What do you mean research?
That's the information.
On what?
On if the government. Like,
if they help.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
have to be more. You have to explain a bit more. You get what I'm saying?
But to be honest, I don't really see a lot of single baby dads. To be honest, it's more the other way around. Like, to be honest, it shouldn't really be like that. It shouldn't be either. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, but I feel like it's more the other way, and that's why they get more things like flats and them things there. You know what I mean? Cause this majority, but yeah, what are you saying?
Like DST still, I don't really know the whole statistics in that, but personally, all the brethren that I know with like some kids and all of that, they're mostly going through some kind of tribulation with the baby mums, with the court. That's the only involvement I know from the government. I don't know any young fathers that have applied for support or anything like that, because like you said, most of the time the youths is with the the mother.
Mm-hmm.
And even if there was, I don't even know what support there is for them to even go to. Do you know what I mean?
What do you mean, for the fathers or?
Yeah, for the fathers
Yeah.
in general. Like, at least most of us have a general idea of like where the woman would go to and what sort of stuff they would get. But with a male, you're not really 100% sure of it. You know what I mean? Like, you're a bit like, they should get this, but you don't know. They might not get that, but they might get that. Do you know what I mean? So it's just it's all a bit mad, really. I think everyone just needs to cover up a little bit more protection and that. You feel me? Like, it's a bit mad. Like,
If you're watching this, listen and take the advice.
Live your life, fam. Live your life.
Maybe something that the government, I don't know how much they promote it for like young mothers, but wherever you can see a poster for support for young mothers, you should see a poster for support for young fathers as well.
Definitely.
Something like that. Balance up the thing.
There's no balance there, bruv.
No balance.
No balance.
No balance.
There's no baby father balance. You get me?
Associate with single parents, like Curtis said, they always assume that the woman's alone rather than she has the support. And if she has the support, then the government are also trying to rape the man for whatever sort of money he may or may not have. So you have to have these females telling the government they're single so they can get the links. But then let's say the man hasn't got the greatest job or he doesn't have a job. He's either seen as being out here on the road or in jail or dead. One of the two, because obviously that's what they associate with black males more time. On the other side of the coin, you don't really see, I can't really comment on it because I don't know any predominantly white families. But from a black side, it's always the black man's never there for the child. But I'm standing next to three men here that are here for the child, including myself. So, but we don't have the links that the women have. So, personally, I had a man reach out to me, but he didn't really reach out to me the way the government reach out to the women. So it's more of a thing, if I ring him, then he's gonna associate himself with me, but I have to make that phone call. So if I don't make that phone call, and even I did, it was more of a thing of he was busy because he's dealing with people with more of a serious issue than myself. So they don't really look at us as,
whereas all of them, no matter what the situation are treated the same.
Exactly. So as black men or men in general, we have to learn how to be dads through the situation. So as much as we may have had our parents to say this or that or this or that, every man wants to be a parent in their own way. So this man's gonna have one opinion and that man's gonna have another opinion. So at the end of the day, no one doesn't get like a guidebook like they give you in school when it comes to sexual health and them things that they say you gotta use this and use that. But no one will tell you
what happens if you don't use the thing.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So there's a bit of diverse opinions when it comes to the parenting thing.
And that one you touched on some very good points. You standing next to people that are there for the youths, and everyone that is there for the youths, do you find, is it a problem, is it a burden? Like, not as in a burden, but as in like, do you feel like, how can I put it? Do you feel like when you found out you was having a child, do you feel like you could have turned to some sort of source to give you that right direction in where to go? Whereas a girl, if she was pregnant, she knows that she has to sign on, she has to get this benefit to come through, and you get what I'm saying? Well, as a man, if you're with the girl, she can claim everything, but you're there working and getting taxed. You get what I'm saying? I'm not trying to say that all girls do that, because some girls actually work and get benefit, but at the same time, she's still getting that extra P there, that you ain't getting. You're both parents. Do you get what I'm saying? You should both get an allowance to support that child, because both parents are supporting that child, not just one person. It don't make no sense. You get me? What? Just the mum? What? Because they see that the mum is the number one parent out of the mother and the father. That don't make no sense, because then you could turn around and meet a girl, and they want to be the one that's going out there working and getting the P's in. Do you get what I'm saying? But then, still, if I went and go get the benefits, but I'm out there working, they'll be asking me bare questions and they'll give me like some low rate or something. You get what I'm saying?
Males are bottom of the food chain when it comes to having kids. It's like, it's mad. Because like, the wickedest thing is like say if you got us man them here that got kids. Well, our baby mother could be crazy. We go to court and she can look all handy dandy and that. She can go court and that. Looking handy dandy and that, and we go to court looking the same, but she could have mental health issues, but just because she's the mother of the child, they're more likely to say like, I'm going to take her side than taking over like the male side. And it's kind of mad, because literally you asked about earlier, like getting information. All them up there, like females, really and truly, they just go, once they get pregnant, they hit the clinic, boom, they got a starter pack. Where's the man them starter pack? Like, a big man thing, where's the man them starter pack at? Like, I do understand they kind of hope like people like under 18 and that, but after you reach 18 and that, bro, you got to fend for yourself.
Man.
It's the realest shit.
Trust me.
And they don't have them for parents, like our female parents, they still get support. All the way,
bruv.
All the way.
Do you think being brought up without both parents would affect how you bring up yours?
Yeah, I think it would, because I'd be thinking about my experiences as a child of a single parent. That'll always be on my mind. Like, what will be the difference between what I'm doing to my child than what was done to me?
Yeah, I think it's better to be brought up by both. I feel like you get both ends of the spectrum, as they say.
Big words.
Big words. Like, we learn. Yeah, knowledge and that. But yeah, like I feel like what you learn from, there's certain things that you only learn from your dad, and there's certain things that you only learn from your mum. You can learn some things from both, but there's really important things in life that you learn from each side. So if you've only got one, it's good that you got that solid one, obviously, but if you got that other half just to balance it out, it's that yin and yang sort of perspective.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, personally, you know, because I was brought up with both, you know, and I would say, you know what I mean, there is a difference in it, you know what I mean? There's a difference in it, because I've got family members that have gone through the having the one parent, you know, and I've seen it and been there and witnessed, you know, a lot of things in it. It does take a change in it, because what starts to happen for a while, you know, a lot of times that child will start to present the parent that left, you know, which I know a few men have, you know what I mean? And it's heartbreaking, because, you know what I mean, you're a family unit, and family should always be together, no matter what, you know what I mean? No matter what.
Definitely. Always other people's lessons can make your directions right. That's why I personally think that it's best to have both parents, innit, not to have just the one. Because you need both backgrounds to bounce off. You can't just learn from one side of the family. Because then there's another burden that you are trying to learn. And then you then look for males in your family, or is there a girl or female in your family? Do you know what I'm saying? To then treat.
You bounce off on the level to become somebody that you are. There's a lot to life, you know. There's a lot to life.
I feel so, yes. Because to be honest, if you don't have both parents, that means you've either got one parent trying to teach the role of a parent, or you've got a mum trying to teach. In the aspect, if you have a boy, you've got a woman trying to teach a boy how to be a man. But if you didn't have that father figure prior, that you can't then teach your offspring how to be a man, or teach your little daughter how to pattern. You get me? So personally, from a personal experience, it does have an effect, because right now I've got a little boy, but I'm doing it off my own back, because I didn't have predominantly someone teaching me how to be a man. I had my mum telling me about the birds and the bees and these sorts of things. Do you know what I mean? Bigger up 10 times, because obviously I'm 23 and only just had a youth. Bear man, I've had youths at 15 and them things. So, but it's hard, innit? Because I'm now having to implement what I feel is a father at the said time of growing, of being a father at the said time as learning, at the said time as trying to be my own man, at the said time of trying to live life. So you have to kind of diverse it. So I don't know how Curtis feels, but if you ain't got that dad, or you haven't had a dad,
no, it's true still. Cause I feel like I met my dad like when I turned like 11, innit? So like really and truly, everything that I learned really and truly from my granddad, innit? Like, that was my father figure. Like, I believe that for me personally, me not having a dad around as often will make me be a more what's the word I'm looking for? A more active role in my son's life. You get me? But at the same time, it's like everyone that first gets pregnant with a girl and that, everyone's in their mind, they got that, their life's up, they're thinking, yeah, family unit and everything like that. But the reality is that life don't end up being like that, you get me? And my sister always showed me this, that you don't always have to be with the parent to be a good father, you get me? And that's one of the key issues that everybody needs to understand, especially young black males out there. You don't have to be the parent to be an active person an active father in your child's life, no matter if it's son or daughter. At the end of the day, like, I believe that no matter what issues that whatever love lost that would have been happening between the relationship or whatever, that shouldn't then
determine your next move.
Yeah, exactly. You get me what I mean? Like, that shouldn't then stop you from your growth with your child. You get me?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I believe that, like I said, that everyone would love to grow up with a mother and father. You get me? I got brethren that grew up with mother and father. Sometimes man wishes that man had mother and father. I think maybe my life would have been easier. You get me? But at the same time, I thank God for my struggle, because it's my struggle today that made me who I am today, that will build my son up in the future. You get me? Because at the same time, it's like not having both parents around. Man had to grow to be streetwise. Man had to grow and to be a man. Like I said, I had my granddad about me. My granddad showed me how to, you know, graft for my first pound. After that, man going to school, man started grafting. You get me? Like, man knew how to stack. You feel me?
It's true. But you know what? Like, personally, when I was told I was having a boy, having a child in general, I don't know, it wasn't a burden, but it just felt like fucking hell.
I felt like,
you know what I mean?
Man ain't ready for this. Like, what the hell?
And I won't talk too much on it, but if your situation isn't perfect, nothing's ever perfect. Do you know what I mean? So never ever try to take an imperfect situation and make it perfect.
Word.
Make it right for the two of you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Exactly.
I think that's where most parents go wrong. It's like, okay, we're having a child, we've got to be together, or we have to like do something. That was how I felt, you know what I mean? I said, well, do you know, I'm not that person, innit? I can't be baby dad and she can't be baby mother, because no one's gonna have that authority to disrespect the woman of
the mother of
my child, you know what I mean? Because I'll lick a man down for calling her that, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, where I've come from, my mum was a baby mother to people, do you know what I mean? So there's no way in hell I'm gonna let another person call the mother of my child a baby mother, because it's disrespectful.
Yeah, it's true.
But what I can say is, if you're young, just take it as it goes, innit? Don't try to force it to happen, don't try to make it happen, let it happen.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I've had to learn myself, right, you know, you went wrong a few times when you could have went right, but at the end of the day, you can't make a right without making a wrong.
It's true.
You know what I mean? You're never going to know where you're going wrong.
That's what I say, you always learn from, that's what I was going to say, you always have to learn from your mistakes, man.
Exactly, parenthood is never taught, bro. It's like you go to school, like, you're never taught how to survive in school, you just learn to survive.
What age do you personally feel is the right age to become a parent? 26. Why 26 and not 30?
Because, well, 30 is another good age, but I wouldn't want to be an old man with a young youth. I don't want to be 40 with a 10-year-old. Because I still wanna bounce around with him, you see me? So I still want him to flex out, get a bit of the experience how I was flexing in my late 20s.
Yeah, definitely.
And
that's the experience that myself I'm looking forward to. Because thinking about it, my youth's 5 and I'm 23. So in 10 years' time, I'll be 33 and he'll be 15.
He'll be 15. And that.
So by the time he's 18, I'll be 35. So he's basically on his 18th birthday, I can flex with him still.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Which is something.
And next thing as well, when you're young, you make more mistakes. As you get older, you make less mistakes because you perfect yourself, you perfect your own routine. So
definitely.
When you're young and making these mistakes, you're making these mistakes with your children still in the environment. So, you know, just wait till you're maturing yourself a bit more.
And if you're a bit more grown. And not fake grown, like you think you know. Exactly.
I see that a lot.
Like you think you got the right direction, but you're baffled. You're baffled because when shit hit the fan, bruv, you're like,
yeah, grumbling and everything. So it's a problem, man.
You've always got to know how to bounce back. That is the keyest thing of growing up, because this world is fucked. Yeah? So you've always got to know how to bounce back. If you don't know how to bounce back, you need to learn ASAP. Yeah?
Okay, well, this is from
And
my
why? Let me
perspective.
put that one out because I had to kind of, with everyone that I've asked a question, I've had to kind of abbreviate. So I'll add the and why. So
Yeah.
explain and then say why.
Well,
innit?
basically, my perspective, like, what I say isn't what goes, unfortunately, otherwise you'll be happy, do you know what I mean? But, yeah, my perspective, I feel like, for me, it would be late 20s. The reason why I say that is because, say, let's just throw a number, 27 out there. I'm not saying that's the exact number, but let's just throw that out there. 27, like, by that time, you would have done your holidays, those big holidays that you want to do. You want to go to certain countries that you never got to do. Like, a lot of people are saying that they're traveling now and they want to be travelers and all these things, and they want to go Kenya and then they want to go India. But if you got a you ain't doing that. That's standard, isn't it? Like, you're not gonna do that. You ain't got no chance to do that if you got a you. Do you know what I mean? So, as I would say, and it's a major thing, as I would say, boom, like, do that while you can, get that out the way, live your life, because as soon as you become a parent, then everything is not really revolved around you, it's revolved around your children.
Definitely.
So then everything you do now has to cater to them, in a sense. So you can't be going with your man them to IB for, you get me, to
Trust
be
me.
getting things, you get me? And
Trust me.
do you know what I mean? Because, you know, you got the you and the you comes first.
You've got to
Do you know
take
what I mean?
necessary breaks
There you go.
to become a parent.
See, now I've got a bit different. I've got something different on that one still. I think it's all. I believe personally, yeah. It's like down to two factors, isn't it? It's like down to your mental state, yeah. Down to your mental state, and it's down to you two as a couple. Because if you two are still trying to learn how to know each other,
Then you're
how
not
the
built
hell are
to
you
have
gonna
a
be able to
child.
bring up a child? You get me? And if you're not mentally ready, bruv, you're gonna crumble, blood. You're gonna crumble. There's been bad times where at one point I ain't be mentally ready, bruv. I ain't gonna lie. When I first had my youth and that, sometimes I was like, shit, bruv, how am I gonna do this, bruv? Like, man's mind is hurting me, bruv. Like, man's struggling. Sometimes I will break down, bruv. Like, man feels like I've got no one to chat to. You get me? Like, I'm not gonna lie, I think I might be one of the first in the man them to have a youth, innit? So it's like, you get me,
Yeah, you
bro.
will
So
still.
it's like, raw, bro. Like, man, chat to the man them and be like, yeah, but at the time, no one was really kind of.
Sometimes you was young boy.
Yeah, everyone was still young, so no one could really know like what's going on. You get me? Like, what man was 19 when I had my youth. Man was still in college. I remember finishing college with my youth with me, fam. You get me, bro? That's how real it is. And it's like I said, unless you're mentally ready, like, I don't believe there's any. You can have a youth at any age. I believe anyway. Like, if you mentally ready, but you can win the lottery at 16, blood. If you got your head on strong, bro. Why not have a youth, fam? You get me? Like, if you feel that you can do this, you get me. But like I said, I believe that you're mentally ready and you feel that raw, you can create a solid foundation for that child. Then by all means, innit? But I don't believe in this whole dropping babies like they're flies, bro. Like left, right, and centre, just popping out babies like they're popcorn and skittles and that, bro. They make like big man thing, bro. They see man them just go run around like dogs with their dick just wagging, fam. Like they don't have to put a hat on their hood, bro. You get me?
No.
That big man thing. See them man there, but them man will learn when the dick falls off, blood. Anyway, bro.
No, I'm not that bad still.
Personally, like I said, it's nice to have a child when you're young, because by the time man gets to 37, my youth 17. This brother's dead. My youth 17. So really and truly, when he's 18, but I'm going to the first rave with him. You get me? I'm gonna go rave off with my son for his first rave. You get me? Just to make sure that he's calm and everything. He knows how to conduct himself when he's out there.
That's what I was saying earlier about having in the 20s, because then at least that way you grow up and you're like they're basically following after. Do you get what I'm saying?
But at the same time, though, if man has a child when man's a bit older, then you flex different. You feel me? You flex on, like, instead of saying I'm gonna go to a rave with my youth. Nah, man going on holiday with my youth. You get me? You flex different. You get me? It all depends. But like I said, it's all a mental thing anyway, bro. Like, having a youth is a mental journey. It's like,
So overall, what age do you think is the best age to, or you think that?
I just think when you're mentally ready. I've got brethren that are 30 plus and they still ain't had youth yet.
But I'm saying overall, yeah. So like, when do you feel like when do you feel like in your mind, in your mindset, where you're going, yeah, in life, yeah. Even if the person, like, you can't really say when you're ready mentally. You get what I'm saying? Like, raw. You have to think raw. So what age do you think that person has to be mentally ready to have a child? Then do you get me?
Put it this way, yeah. No one's really like. Put it this way. See life, yeah. Right, man. People go to us. I say like I'm 26. They say you're still young. I say I'm old. You get me?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's coming from an older generation. But it's like it's the same way. It's like I'm 26. I'm kind of happy that I had a youth at my young age, innit? Because think right now, I don't know when I would have had a youth if I never had a youth at 8, at 19. You get me?
I don't know where I would be.
Yeah, I don't know where I'd be. Like, raw, RIP, some of the man them are dead and they ain't got no legacy. You get me? I believe in leaving a legacy, innit? So, like in your first episode, your youth's your second chance at life. You get me?
Mm-hmm.
So, me personally, I say when you're mentally ready, but I do believe like 20s, like 23s to 30s.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you should be. Once you got a solid foundation for yourself, and once you know who you are yourself.
Yeah.
You get me? Once you know who you are yourself, and you know what direction you're going, then it's calm. Some people don't have a direction, but they get a direction when you get a you. So, you get me? They're not lost at the same time. But at the same time, like I said, innit? Once you're mentally ready and you feel like, yeah, my man can do this, then yeah, man, have a youth, bro.
I don't think there's an age, because ideally I want it to be 25, so ain't too far. But you could be 18 and be ready.
Mm-hmm.
You could be 25 and be ready. I think the ideal age is 25.
Yeah, definitely. That's what I used to say back in the day.
You're still young. You're still living life. So at the same time, you can grow with the child. You see what I mean? Yeah, and at least at 25, you should. If you don't at 25 know where you want to go in life, then you really need to reevaluate. But at 25, you've got an idea, or you're on that path of where you want to be.
Mm-hmm.
So at least then you can bring that you into it, and you're already stable and set in your motion. If you're not, then I don't know, you're fucked. You know what I'm saying?
You can't say that. I said, I don't know, you're fucked.
No, big man thing. There's people.
But then again, it's the same thing how you're saying. You don't know what's going on in that person's life, fam. Yeah. To say that, raw, if you're not set by them times, because there's people that I know, yeah, that are gone way past 30. And they still ain't got no sense of direction. Yeah, they're asking man like me, yeah, who's younger to them, for things that are not necessary, fam.
Man has to question your life, blood. You have to question your life, blood. Big man thing.
Like I said, if you don't know or you don't have an idea of where you want to go, like I
by
said,
25,
you don't have to be on that route, you know. As long as you know in your head, virgin, I need to be there by the time I'm 30. And
that's what I always scream. I know where I want to be by 30, fam.
I don't know who your virgins are, but if at 30 years of age they don't know what they're doing, you're fucked, don't have that child. Because 30 you should be set.
Yeah, to have that you
halfway set. To say, yeah, boom, man's ready to do my thing. But 25 is good because you've got it, you can bring it in.
And you still got time as well. If on the way you do get there, then something happens to fuck it up, you still got time to.
You've got time to kind of fix it up. At 30, you're kind of a bit different.
Yeah, everything's jamming, especially someone like myself. Fucking hell.
To the right age. Well, you know what? To be honest, when you're ready. But I do say teenage pregnancy is it's a bit overwhelming. I'd say for the teenagers in themselves. I'd say in your mid-20s is a decent, perfect age, to be honest. You know what I mean? Maybe early 20s even, depending on your situation. Right? Because I know some 20-year-olds that are doing decent jobs and, you know, they can handle themselves and do well, you know what I mean? Right? But teenagers, it's a lot, because more time a lot of teenagers that have kids ain't got nothing. Ain't got nothing at all. Nothing at all.
They ain't even got life skills.
Yeah, none of that. I'm not being funny, but I know some girls that can't even boil an egg.
That's a mad thing. If you can't even make egg, what is your purpose?
Nah, but it's real.
That's the easiest thing. That's a 2-second thing. I don't even eat egg and I know how to boil an egg.
One-sided, you know.
And scramble. And scramble. It may not be that nice. It might be a bit runny, but you know, I don't really eat egg. Remember I said that.
Hey. Boy, you know what? To be honest, kid in your 20s is probably like your perfect age. Because I say nowadays, a lot of people want to grow with their kids, they just leave their kids to how, not so much our parents did, but there was a lot of that. You know what I mean? Well, there was a lot of leaving alone, which is why everybody banded together as we are, yeah, and did things together, rode together, lived together, grew together. You know what I'm saying? You know, our family was our peoples, and our cousins and everybody all around us. You know what I mean? Because more time your parents were there to just guide you, but really we grew up with each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Our parents were there, you know, they helped us, they bought us our clothes and fed us and kept us warm at night time. So a parent does. So you just say, when is the right age? When you're ready, to be honest. Was you ready when you had your first child?
No.
Yeah.
I was nowhere near ready, fam. I was ready to start living life, fam.
Yeah,
No
but you know
way,
what to do
fam.
now, though, innit?
Huh?
You know what to do now.
Well,
innit?
like it's a hobby, fam.
Yeah, man. It's a blessing still.
it's
The
mad,
day
fam.
I can feel that feeling that you're feeling, I will just feel,
It's mad.
you know, completing myself. You know what I mean?
But it's mad.
My mind, no time for these jokers. Playing games got me feeling like it's poker. I did it for the passion, never for the fashion. I'm so hungry, man, I need to go grab it, eat. Got this Annie, messing with my gravity. Lifestyle, messing with my sanity. I took a break for a minute. I had to fix up my grammar. Used to get this money, never did it for the swagger. And yeah, these boys love